It's actually really good.
It's good?
I know, especially the crust.
It's good. It's a winner.
Yeah. I think it's 100 out of 100.
100 out of 100. Really? 100 out of 100?
Yeah, I think it's 100.
Oh my gosh, this is the best. I'll say 100 out of 100.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you guys like it.
Hi, it's Jason from Eats and Beats, aka your professional home chef, aka Le Cordon Black, aka Chief Quiche. And in the kitchen, I have a pretty prominent Achilles heel, desserts. More specifically, pastry crusts. At this point, I know to observe two basic rules. Keep everything cold and work fast. But for me, baking a perfectly flaky pie crust is kind of like bowling a strike. I promise I'm trying to every time, and sometimes I do. But for the life of me, I can't seem to do it on command. Until recently, when my dad put bumpers on the bowling lane for me and told me about a secret weapon he'd been using that I'd only read about, a food processor. I decided to take mine out and use it for today's recipe, a turnip and carrot quiche. Enjoy. After peeling a large turnip, I chopped the tops off some carrots, radishes, and baby turnips that I pulled out of the garden, and I blanched those greens. Then I grated the turnips and salted them to draw out the moisture. They'll drain in a colander while I do the same thing with some carrots. After rinsing off the turnips, I squeeze out all the moisture I can, oil it, and spread it out on a lined baking sheet. Then I do the exact same thing with the carrots. Those roast in a 400-degree oven for about 15 minutes, and then I turn off the heat and let everything get brown and mostly dried out. It's looking like hash browns, which is exactly what I want. Next, I mixed in the chopped blanched greens, fresh parsley, and a handful of leftover salmon bacon for smoky, savory saltiness. I had some caramelized onions left in my fridge, so I added those in with some black pepper and garlic powder. In goes the evaporated milk, and then I grated in plenty of Gouda, Swiss, and sharp white cheddar. To bind my filling, I'm beating some eggs separately and then stirring them all in until I get a texture that's like wet cement or unbaked mac and cheese. To figure out how many crusts I need to make, I used an empty pie pan to figure out that I had 3 pies worth of filling. Then I covered that up and put it in the fridge. 520 grams of all-purpose flour, 420 grams of unsalted butter, 7 grams salt, and 128 grams of half water, half vodka, all sit in the freezer for 30 minutes to get super cold. The food processor strategy comes from Serious Eats. Shout out to Kenji's method of pulsing 2/3 of the flour and all of the butter, then adding in the remaining flour and the salt. Finally, the cold liquid gets added with the spatula, and that cold, buttery dough brick gets split, shaped, wrapped, and chilled for at least an hour. Now that they're out, it's time to assemble. I rolled out the dough, laid it into the pan, and snipped the edges since I don't know how to make fluted edges. But if you do you, by all means. The crust went back into the fridge while I did the other 2. Then it was time to fill them, and I decided I'd be smart and freeze one of them right away instead of baking it. The others went into a 350-degree oven for 40 minutes until the crust browned and the filling was mostly set. Cool it, slice it, and serve it, and wait for the kids' approval. You heard them, 100 out of 100. That's an A+. Full disclosure, I was super nervous while shooting this. This was gonna be another gutter ball, but it looks like we got a strike. And that frozen quiche that I thought I'd be holding on to didn't even make it to next week. So it looks like I got some more to cook, and you got more to watch. Don't forget to like, share, follow, comment, and let me know what you want to eat for dinner.